Okay, for the 7-57 tool holder, I'm going to start on the right side, because that'll help me do this big chamfer. I could come back and do a chamfer here or a cutout, and I can do the same thing over on this side. This would be a cutout, not a chamfer. Then I could actually cut from the bottom these two holes right here. Okay, so from the right side, I'm going to go ahead and smart dimension this. It's going to follow, try to get as many dimensions on there as I can, and let's get this in inches like it's supposed to be. Open that sketch back up. Alright, now we're cooking again. So I have the distance from that hole over there is 0.76. Okay, SolidWorks. 0.76 from that side. It's 0.62 from there. The overall width looks like a 2.24. Alright, it's getting kind of weird. That's okay. This height over here is not given. So what they're going to do, I'm just going to move this back over here. What they're going to do is give us this dimension at 0.5. And then they're going to give us an angle. So this angle from here to here is going to be a 45. I hit the midpoint instead. That's why I got to zoom in. Make that a 45. Let's move that out so it's not blocking everything. And then it looks like we probably need a height on the back, and that looks like a 2. And then the diameter of the hole is a 0.625. So that's what I'm going to try to shape this up a little bit. Usually your smaller dimensions go inside the big ones. Just try to clean it up. I just went through and put as many dimensions as I can in there. Right, so that is now fully defined. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit Features, extrude that, 3.78. For some reason I like going the other direction. Okay, and then from the bottom, now check this out, I'm just going to make a sketch. Here, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 rectangles in here. I'm going to make them right on that line. Hello. Right on the edge. Let's try this again. New sketch on here. I got to go slow because I'm running out of RAM on my machine. Alright, I made that collinear with that. There's 2 of these that are going to go on here. And then the first one is actually going to cut the corner off. So this one can go ahead and be moved all the way over to here. It's not making the relation, so I'm going to make it. So I selected this line and this line and made them collinear. And then the dimension of this is 1. And the dimension of this is 0.76. And then, okay, so now it's measuring from the far side, this to here. So you can also dimension the outside dimension. So it's 1 inch there. It says it wants to be 0.54 there. And here, the distance, no, not the distance in between, the distance of this is 1.14. Right? So one's going back deeper than the other, but they're both going all the way through. Features, extruded cut. I like to just go through up to next, something like that. Try to keep it a little more discreet. Boom. So there's that piece. And then it looks like back here we need to make another sketch. And I could do a chamfer on the other side or not. Just make sure you don't get lost in, oh, you know what? That hole does not go all the way through. So what I'm going to do is go back to here. And then, this is my original sketch. I'm going to put this here. So it fills that hole up. Oops. Let's back that up. I'm going to do both of those. This, that, and that will plug that hole. Okay. Cut extrude is going to be good. We rebuild that. All right. So the cut extrude, sometimes it's weird. I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. Sorry for this. But I'm going to leave the sketch. I think it's just fine. It just needs to be rebuilt. What's wrong with those dimensions? Let's just delete this one it doesn't like. And let's put it back in there. I don't know why it does this sometimes. Alright, so I just found out that what was getting triggered. Still doesn't like this being collinear. Alright, and watch what I'm doing. I'm just going back in and repeating it. And now it likes it. It was when I went back and changed out everything. Okay? Let's go back and do our cut extrude. Sorry about all that. Up to next. Alright, back to where we need to be. Sketch. Boom, here. So keep in mind, keep it oriented, but this is going to have a line that goes up the back. And I'm looking for that yellow horizontal. And it's going to go up at an angle. I don't want it to go to that midpoint, because we don't know for sure that's where it's going yet. Then I'm just using those references for the corner. And then the same thing over here. We could just go ahead and make our own chamfer without using the chamfer tool. And then we're going to dimension this. And it looks like this will be, I'm back to the drawing, 0.74. So I got that. And then there's an angle of 30, looks like from here to here, an angle of 30. And then I need to start dimensioning from the far side. So from here, now notice that's not closed. I'm going to go ahead and close that with new lines so I can cut it out. And then this guy's going to be 0.74. And then the distance between here and here, boop, come on now. There and there, 1.12. I'm just trying to account for every single dimension that they give me. This one here is a 45. Kind of just keep going until they turn black, right? And then all I got to do on this one is a cut extrude. Now I like to do up to next, right? And does that give us, oh, I didn't do the hole. So if I go back to this sketch here, I can do this and I can do an extruded cut. And this time, I want to select this only. And I'm going to go in, looks like 1.25. And since it doesn't give us material, we're going to make it 1060 alloy. And then our mass properties should be 0.88. And that should be it.